Welcome back to the Idea Machine. You're watching with Sly Guy, Kaboom, Kaboom, and Super Kaboom, oh yeah! Kaboom, oh yeah! Kaboom, oh yeah! Here we go! Here we go! It's a Ballup! It's a Mallup! It's a Leverback Ballup! We look back at old school. Then we look at pre-modern. Then we look at modern. We see how the cards have changed, oh yeah! I have offended you again. So I guess this is the end, because everybody knows you're such a snowflake and you're just quite upset at every single thing we said. Everybody knows it's all just in your head, wasted, feeling, going, speaking. You know I have crossed the line when I said that you were mine, going, skiing, no hard feelings. Since you will not be my girl, this is the end of my own world. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Idea Machine. Sly Guys. So now we're looking at the evolution of the Magic the Gathering card frame. This is a topic which is very near and dear to my heart because I was there when Magic first started. I was there when the cards had that classical old feel to them, making them look mystical, almost kind of like tarot cards. So it had that magical, mystical, mysterious feel to them until they turned into this Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Then this, perhaps. Then they turned into Yu-Gi-Oh cards right here. So what made the change? What happened? And what are the differences? Okay, let's look at the old school cards. Old school cards had rounded borders and had a very fine line here. They had spacing here. So the spacing here was really wide. You can see the name of a card. You can see the art of a card. The art was pretty small. Mana symbol, usually large, as well as the name. And you had the flavor text box right here, a usually large text box. Now, most people, okay, or wizards, well, it's actually still pretty big, though. But most people thought that this was really large and a waste of space, especially for vanilla creatures which had no ability at all. Which is why back then, adding flavor text to the card was a common norm, or was the norm of everything, in order to fill out that large space or that large gap that you had right there in the text box. So this is the classic Chronicle Zernham de Jin. Now, later on, the cards evolved. The look of the cards changed significantly. You have Blastoderm here, and as you can see, compare it to Zernham de Jin. The borders suddenly got a bit wider. Art got a bit bigger. Mana symbols more fluid. You have the name right there, and you still have the same text box, but the artist's name, instead of being at the lower left, was now at the middle, and power and toughness is now here. Much more, basically it's much more prominent in the pre-modern version of a card. Now, what made us to the modern version of a card? Okay, the modern version of a card happened because way back when Hasbro bought Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro was angry because Yu-Gi-Oh! Had better foils than them. Their foils looked shinier and looked better. So they said, why do their foils look better? Why is the art much bigger? We should have the same thing, and hence you have the Leverback Ballup right now. As you can see, the borders are really thin right there. You have a box which features the name of a card which wasn't there. You have the mana symbol right there. You have a box which shows the creature's power and toughness. And you still have that unusually large box for text. And since this creature does not have any abilities, they just filled it out with flavor text once again. So that's the basic difference between old school, pre-modern, and modern. Hope you guys loved this history lesson. Once again, this is VID Machine with the Sly Guy. We are signing off right